Well, there's all sorts of, words that are being used today, like de-risking. The public sector has to de-risk the private sector, or, public-private partnerships, ecosystems of innovation. And I feel like they're not used in a very critical way. So I hope that my intervention at the conference and the discussions that we have with, amongst others, really helps also the bank itself take a more critical view of these words. So for example, is it enough just to say we need to build ecosystems of innovation and public-private partnerships, or should we be asking for certain types of ecosystems? I talk about these in terms of more symbiotic ecosystems, less parasitic. They might sound like a very rough word to be using, but the point is we don't even have indicators of how symbiotic or how non-symbiotic some of these ecosystems are. And what I've been observing in these sectors is situations where the government is actually being asked to give more and more, and the private sector is actually not being asked to increase its commitment to these difficult areas. So I hope that this intervention will help the bank be a bit more demanding, not just of the public sector, but also the private sector, and also to think about indicators, because don't forget that indicators come from frameworks. So if you have the wrong or problematic framework through which to understand the role of the public sector, which is what I've been arguing we have a purely market failure view, then the policies and the indicators will follow from that. So by opening up the framework, by arguing for a mission-oriented framework, not a market failure one, I think that should also change the ways we even think about crowding in versus crowding out, which is currently the way we actually then go look at the effectiveness of the public sector.